welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, episode 186. I did what? And you said about that, are you? Hands are sealed with glamours, after all. Well, you say what you saw, I believe you. It's just I've never heard of Brown being someone like that before. You're not injured. A trauma has been known to cause solution, you see. No, fair enough. I was only asking. Conqueror. Yeah, Rain's even say you've not sustained a head injury. I mean, there's not to be gained from only the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Rhinestones, I'll get everyone to meet us there. Well, then you best pay a visit to Wiper in front and speak with Owen. He's probably worried sick about you. Harry's busy playing politics with the Guardians. Either way, I'm sure he'd be delighted to see you, Hale and Harry. You don't have a headache or anything? No. Do you? No? Blurred vision? No, no reason. See you again soon. Kinda wish they did actually follow the roads. If that was the case, there'd be no need for a chocobo keep, so. Oh no, it kind of looks like a frog, honestly, jumping. Hey, isn't none the worse for wear? Was there ever any doubt that the warrior light would succeed? I didn't speak for us when he said that I should like nothing more than to hear a certain tale of victory, if you would be so kind. Oh, too late to prevent the summoning. Oh, too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. Oh, we have room to thank. You're right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what was accomplished. Have we stopped any summoning at this point? Everyone could not wish for a better outcome. She'd be no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there's a matter of Isor's escape, but she cannot run forever. Take days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. Meantime, Lord Drummond has a caravan ready. All the men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. I'm sure that my knight will see them safely to Revenant's soul. Of that I have no doubt. Any sustenance supplies a heretic stole from the house from Thames caravan? That's the crystals, which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes. He'll see a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to cause all the same. I don't really note, Zyphreium might trouble you to come with me to Camp Dragonet at your earliest convenience. It's not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop by, sir. Those knights restrained him, I'm told. Oh, dear man. And I give vent to the anxiety in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Where are you guys walking to? That's a stone wall, though. Oh yeah, today is Friday, so that actually means this is the day that I'm to, So basically after this recording is when I'll shut down my computer for the, I guess, morning, really. Yeah, I think the speed we're going now, we are almost guaranteed to hit Ishgard. No, I'm not going to say today. Tomorrow. Well, you know, actually today would be correct, but next session, I think. Hey, is that from waging? You're very being undubious here. My lie, you enter Isor's lair, knowing full well. Here is sufficient forewarning to compel a ritual to summon Shiva anyway. And then engaging the abomination of mortal combat? Oh, fury, Zyphreium. This is stuff of ballads. Oh, ages would I have been there to fight by your side. I was forced away condemned to wonder the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish to torture my most hated enemy. Hey, here you are now, and that's what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Elmick wishes to have words with you, Master Alphen in private. He waits us in the ancestry. You have access to Ishgard, my child. Go and become a Dark Knight. I'll show you in once.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task.
Wait a second. Why do I feel like I know this guy's voice actor from a Xenoblade?
From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
But you're not going to be allowed in.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
Oh, yeah.
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Because you make good decisions?
Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart.
Just coughing up
I
blood.
trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service.
Yeah, finally.
Excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences.
Are you here? Hi.
Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Wait, did I do something to
Should
you?
aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefant, if you would be so kind.
Orchefant.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
No, because my name's not Arthur. I even looked at Red Dead Redemption, so I technically shouldn't know that, but you know how it goes. I know 101 references, and I shouldn't know any of them. Wow. These designs are interesting. We get another one of these at some point soon, I'm sure. Oh, and does it give me... Wait a second. Did I lose vitality for that? Let's see, vitality 35, vitality 49. No. I thought I had 8k vitality a little earlier. Or 8k health, I mean. Oh, you know what? It might be... I doubt it, but this? Vitality 21... Nope. Rosenbogen. One with reasons to celebrate often looks rather grim. Seemingly much discussed with our friends of the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, I start to mean that of summoning Shiva, our president, necessitates a complete reprisal from our threat and of our approach to combating it. Over their grave ramifications, the words of this incident reaches imperial ears. The Gallian Empire believes the problems are in several minutes, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tries to be justified by default. And it becomes known that it was not only the beast tribes of yours that could summon problems, but our civilized peoples as well. Any objections to the Rosian campaign would vanish overnight. Before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Zyphreium, his way, it is better that we continue this conversation in Mordana. Wait, actually, if I interrupt that, does it actually break the cat? Like, does it refresh my thing or not? But yeah, so we should have a dungeon and then 2 trials. Like a mess of quests that are like right after that trial. Because again, should have like 4 quests after this, I think. Well, yeah, 3 more, I think. And then we should hit 2.4 as being done, and then we have 2.5. And 2.15 is, I think, where shit breaks loose. I'm not kidding. If I believe that if the thing, you know, when I lose my arm and that whole thing with because we saw something in the Evansward trailer. Which, again, I'm not a big fan of trailers, because it's like, I don't want to know anything. But says the person who then just reads the lore, and it's like, oh, I know everything about Ishgard and the Dragon Song War, which is like where they're in.
Express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
Sure acted like one.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
Or they both believed,
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Asians?
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Yeah, wait a second.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
You know, think about it. There wasn't necessarily... We never actually saw a primal being summoned, per se, did we?
Yes, sir.
No. Maybe. I don't know.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals.
Oh, that would explain why she can...
Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded, it would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Asians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
I don't... Sure, we'll go with that, I guess. Or... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, but let's, proceed. In light of recent developments. He's got the knowledge from knowledge of Midgar's summary. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Here, that commotion outside. Will you see if aught is amiss? The reason royale. Huh. Well, what's going on next time, though? So, Josie.